Let's bypass the traditional corporate marketing fluff. When an automotive brand attempts to fuse three completely separate vehicle segments into a single, high-utility chassis, all while keeping the price tag accessible, the mainstream market needs to pay close attention. The new Dacia Striker. This isn't just another generic, overstyled crossover designed to ride a temporary trend. This is a highly calculated, unpretentious family multi-tool that explicitly challenges the current obsession with heavy, upright SUVs. Dacia is making a bold engineering statement here, claiming this machine captures the absolute best of three distinct automotive worlds. Think about the physical layout. It introduces a low-slung, highly aerodynamic silhouette that deliberately defies the boxy SUV norm, cutting through the air with a drag coefficient of just 0.29. Yet, walk up to the profile, and you are instantly greeted by rugged, protective body cladding and a significantly jacked-up ground clearance of up to 20 centimeters. It is an intentional mechanical hybrid, blending the adventurous, rough road capability of an SUV, the massive cargo versatility of a traditional long-roof estate wagon, and the slippery, fuel-saving efficiency of a classic saloon. Look closely at the proportions. At 4.62 meters long and just 1.53 meters tall, it completely redefines the compact segment by ditching the unnecessary weight and vertical mass of a traditional high-riding crossover. It provides the exact same footprint as an estate wagon, but gives you the confidence to tackle rough roads or bad weather without dragging the underbody. This is a lower-to-the-ground, smarter alternative that completely fills the void left by legacy brands who abandoned the rugged wagon layout. If you want to understand if this blend makes actual sense for your daily driving profile, you have to look past the smart styling and analyze how the underlying platform handles this multi-segment identity. Now, let's shift our focus down into the structural blueprints and mechanical architecture. The Striker rides on a highly optimized, modular global platform, which means it is designed from the ground up to maximize interior volume without ballooning the vehicle's actual curb weight. But the real engineering masterclass lies in Dacia's highly pragmatic, multi-energy powertrain strategy. They aren't forcing a single option onto the consumer. Instead, they are rolling out a highly sophisticated engineering world-first, the hybrid G150 4x4 system. Think about the sheer audacity of this layout. Up front, you have a highly efficient, turbocharged 1.2-liter three-cylinder combustion engine paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. But Dacia didn't stop there. They integrated their legendary, factory-fitted dual-fuel liquefied petroleum gas system right into this hybrid framework. You get a 50-liter petrol tank and a 50-liter LPG tank completely hidden under the floor, delivering a staggering, uninterrupted total driving range of up to 1,500 kilometers on a single fill-up. And the technical crown jewel is how they achieved all-wheel drive. There is absolutely no heavy, mechanical prop shaft running down the spine of the car eating into cabin space or adding friction losses. Instead, Dacia mounted a completely independent 23-kilowatt electric motor directly onto the rear axle, driving the rear wheels through an innovative two-speed transmission with a disengageable clutch. When you are cruising on the highway, the system completely uncouples the rear axle to eliminate electrical and mechanical drag, dropping your fuel consumption to rock-bottom levels. But the very millisecond the onboard computer senses a loss of traction, or if you manually click into modes like snow, mud, or off-road lock, that rear electric motor engages instantly, delivering immediate torque right when you need it. It is an exceptionally smart, lightweight, and deeply cost-effective piece of drivetrain engineering that delivers real-world capability without the typical financial or environmental penalties. Inside the cockpit, the engineering philosophy shifts completely toward durable, no-nonsense utility. Dacia has completely abandoned the fragile, overcomplicated piano black plastics, and delicate touch surfaces that make modern car cabins feel like high-maintenance tech sanctuaries. Instead, the layout is tough, straightforward, and built to handle real-world family abuse. The dashboard utilizes clean, geometric lines across its structure, mixing highly resilient, scratch-resistant materials with smart textile inserts to lift the visual texture without driving up production costs. Every primary control is placed exactly where your hand drops naturally, prioritizing physical ergonomics over screen-heavy distraction. Look closely at how they executed the driver's display. It uses a horizontal 7-inch digital panel that actually projects images downwards, using optical reflections to create a distinct three-dimensional effect. It gives you crisp data clarity right in your line of sight without cluttering the dash. Right next to it sits a standard 10.1-inch touchscreen that is angled slightly towards the driver for easier reach. But thankfully, Dacia kept a dedicated row of physical buttons right below the central air vents to control your air conditioning and cabin temperature. No digging through multiple submenus just to clear a foggy windscreen while driving. Storage and daily utility have been engineered with obsessive attention to real family habits. The entirely redesigned center console features a sliding compartment that lets you drop a large smartphone completely out of sight, a simple, clever way to eliminate driving distractions while it charges via wireless Qi2 technology or the dual USB-C ports. And then, you have Dacia's signature U-clip accessory system. Spread across 9 distinct anchor points throughout the cabin and the boot, these standardized mounts allow you to instantly snap in modular accessories like tablet holders, removable cup holders, LED reading lamps, or dedicated shopping bag clips. They even introduced kid-friendly brick games that lock right into the back of the front seats, keeping the rear passengers entertained without loose toys flying around the cabin. Let's talk about real-world space. Despite the sleeker, more aerodynamic profile, rear legroom is exceptionally generous, easily beating out traditional mid-sized hatchbacks. Because the floor sits lower than a tall SUV, passenger seating posture feels much more natural, reducing fatigue on long journeys. The brand has also significantly upgraded the sound insulation package, introducing thicker acoustic glass and extra dampening mats inside the doors to ensure a quiet cabin environment even when cruising at highway speeds. But because this is fundamentally a long-roof estate wagon at heart, the real engineering victory is found when you open the tailgate. In a major milestone for the brand, the Striker features an automatic hands-free sensor that detects when you are standing at the rear with a key fob, opening up to a massive, deep 600-liter cargo cavern. If you drop the 60-40 split rear seats, that volume expands to a staggering 1,600 liters. In the front-wheel drive and LPG variants, the boot floor features a brilliant 3-section layout that can be rearranged into 20 different configurations, allowing you to physically separate muddy boots, tools, or grocery bags. The unpainted rear bumper section is even finished in their patented, mottled Starkle material, which is specially impregnated with its color to hide scratches and scuffs when loading heavy items. The extended rear overhang and ultra-low load lip provide the type of vertical and horizontal packaging flexibility that even mid-sized SUVs struggle to match, proving that lowering the roofline and lengthening the body remains the most efficient way to package an active family space. So, let's bring it to a clinical conclusion. Does this segment-bending newcomer actually fulfill its promise? If you are a buyer who measures status purely by a premium badge or demands a high, towering seating position that looms over traffic, this machine will not fit your psychological profile. It remains an honest, value-driven tool rather than a luxury fashion statement. But if you look at the automotive market through a lens of pure, unadulterated pragmatism, The Striker is an incredibly smart piece of automotive packaging. It aggressively fills the void left by legacy brands who have entirely abandoned the affordable family estate car. By combining a slippery, highly efficient profile with the go-anywhere confidence of a lifted, all-wheel drive platform, Dacia has built a highly versatile tool that doesn't force you to buy more car than you actually need. It is a brilliant, completely down-to-earth multi-tool for the modern family. I'm Ava. Tell me if this 3-in-1 crossover philosophy wins a spot in your garage, and let's get into it in the comments. And if you want to stay completely ahead of the automotive engineering curve, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Turn those notifications on, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.